Well, folks, the journey begins. It says it's gonna take me about 5 hours to get there. I'm going back. This is one of the last times I'll drive to my parents' house. Maybe the last. Well, you may recognize this room as my childhood kind of bedroom. So you may have recognized this spot right here. Why I quit Sephora, a classic. So finally got here. I just heaved up all my bags. I'm out of breath, like, oh my God. And it was just a long drive, but it actually kind of went by pretty quick. I really kind of want to go to the grocery store. Nobody's here yet. My mom's not back yet. She was in Tucson this whole last week. My brother is somewhere else. I don't know where the hell he is. I think he's at a White Sox game. So I'm just the only person in here right now. So yeah, I think I'm not kidding about this. I might go to Goodwill right now. I've found some good stuff at this one Goodwill. I have nothing else to do and it's right next to the grocery store. So I might go to the grocery store, get some stuff like that. And I actually might like help clean. My brother's a freaking slob. Like actually a slob. Like look at this. Look what he left in here. Oh my God. So bad. Okay, I'm back. I went to Goodwill, which I will show you my haul eventually. But I got some great stuff and I found something I've been searching for probably 2 years. And this was a really Goodwill. It was a good Goodwill. So I just spent the last hour. Well, first of all, I went to the grocery store, which, oh my God, I miss this grocery store so bad. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. He was in the basement. That's really weird. Like, he all of a sudden started going in the basement. But must be a new thing that you learned without me here. At the grocery store that I always used to go to, and it has so much vegan food. This is like, without a doubt, the #1 thing I miss about living around here is this one grocery store because it is literally deluxe, like vegans on steroids. So crazy. 50 million cases of vegan cheese. It was a wonderland for me. But anyway, so I just cleaned because this place was a freaking pigsty. When I got here, I was like, oh my God, because my brother, you wanna hear some family drama? My brother is the biggest mess ever. Like, he's a slob. So I get here and I'm like, wait, what the hell? It's just been him for the whole week. Okay, because my mom, as I said, my mom's gone. And obviously my dad's like 100% gone. So I was like, oh my God, I walked in, I literally took pictures of it like a crime scene. I almost put like a do not cross, like it was like biohazard. And there was like a coagulated smoothie. So anyway, I was like, first of all, of course, this is what I did. I'm such a brat, but I'm back doing the things I do best, which is making my siblings look like trash. I took pictures of it and I sent it to my mom because I'm literally the biggest snitch in the world, like, and I just don't care about it because you gotta play the game. Like if you're an older sibling, you know, it doesn't matter how old you are. So I take pictures everywhere and I'm like, no way. And I kind of did like a little surprise, like move that bus kind of thing, because then I cleaned everything. I went to the grocery store, got paper towels, they were completely out, got Mrs. Meyer's spray, sprayed everything down. So clean now, like so clean. Countertops sparkling. Just did the laundry. So did that, and then I vacuumed and I did the Swiffer. Dude, yeah. All right, well anyway, basically this week I'm just hanging out here doing whatever, basically. Nothing too crazy at the moment. I'm probably gonna just drive around to my old spots and just kind of chill and, you know, wherever life takes me, I guess. I'll just have a lot of time to just be by myself and reflect on life, which has always gotten me into a pickle in the past. I want to drive by my high school. I haven't driven by my high school in probably 5 years. Oh my, I mean, this is a fire hazard. What in the world? It's like got gum. Ew. Good thing I'm here to clean that. Just here to like help in any way that I can. I mean, they sold the house, but tomorrow we're going over seeing my aunt And my grandma, it's my grandma's birthday. So yeah, I'll show you tomorrow what we end up doing. And whatever I get into this week should be a fun experience.
Girl, our mama's our best friends, and so are we. The whole town's rooting for us like the home team. Most likely to settle down, plant a few roots real deep and let them grow. But we can't stop this real world from spinning us. Your bright lights caught, I don't blame you for picking up your big drink bags. Are all packed up and ready to go. But I just need you to know that I love you more than a California sunset, more than a beer when you ain't 21 yet, more than a Sunday morning, Lord, turn the sun, poor lost soul found, hallelujah bound. Yeah, I love you more than the feeling when the bass hits the hook, when the guy gets a girl at the end of the book. But baby, this might be the last time I get to lay you down, 'cause I can't love you more than my hometown. I ain't the runaway kind, I can't change that. My heart's stuck in these streets like the train tracks. City sky ain't the same black. Ain't that a map, dog? Shame and to think that I love you more than a California sunset, more than a beer when you ain't 21 yet, more than a Sunday morning, Lord, turn the sun, poor lost soul found, hallelujah bound. Yeah, I love you more than the feeling when the bass hits the hook, when the guy gets a girl at the end of the book. But baby, this might be the last time I get to lay you down, 'cause I can't love you more than my hometown.
It's the Jackster. So Jax and I are currently doing bracelet making. By the way, yes, I did find this yesterday at Half Price Books. Guys, Platinum Edition. It's my favorite album of hers. I'm a Fearless stan through and through. So it's a Platinum Edition. Like what? It comes with a DVD and everything. So, and I don't have that one. But yeah, I'm making right now bracelets. So I have all of my stuff. I brought all my stuff, as mentioned before. So it's kind of overwhelming. I'm working on all these because right now I'm like waiting for people to come over and like work on the house. So I'm just like, well, I guess I'll just do this right now. I'll show you some of the bracelets I made because they're really cool. I'm gonna have to redo them, but I have 5 people to make bracelets for. So, and we're supposed to do about 3 bracelets per person. So that means I have 15 bracelets to make, if you know what I'm talking about. So yesterday I went to Hobby Lobby. I just picked out like a couple things there just to see if they had like any cool beads or anything like that. So I picked up a bunch of these, which I thought were really cute, and they were also on sale. They're just little smiley face. So I got a ton of those. I got a bunch of these like dinosaur ones, which I thought were kind of funny. They were like $1. I also got these beads because I kind of liked all the smiley faces and it was just different colors and stuff. And I actually have ended up using a lot of those. I don't need them, but you know. And then I also got these little charms to put. So I've used a couple of those for people. And then for each person, depending on what they said, so basically for the bracelet swap, you would say like if you're a Swiftie, yes or no, which one of my people is not. So you just talk about like hobbies you like, colors that you like, and then, you know, at that point you can be really creative and just decide what you want to do. So I'm doing one if somebody's a Swiftie, I am doing 1 or 2 Swiftie bracelets, but I'm definitely doing like one thing that's not Swiftie related. So I just took, like, for example, one person actually said lipstick. So I just got this teeny little lipstick charm and I am putting that on the bracelet. So it's gonna be really cute. But let me show you some of the other ones I got. Okay, so I just made these. This is for Jasmine. So, who, by the way, I met up with. I already know her in real life. And I already gave her a bracelet because she's one of the ones I met up with in Arizona for the night one of the Eras tour. So I made a bracelet. I already made her a Jasmine bracelet when I saw her, but I put Jasmine's version. So I thought that was really cute. I don't love the placement of this. I kind of wish I put it on the backside, but that's one bracelet, and she likes pink. So we just did a pink vibe. This one I'm really proud of. She said she likes reading, but I know that she's a huge Swiftie. I mean, I know that she doesn't really love folklore that much. Sorry, Jasmine, but like, I did do this one because I was like, oh, well, what goes like, I couldn't think of, I was gonna look up, I actually went to her Goodreads and I was like trying to find her favorite book, but it wasn't like obvious what it was. And she had a couple 5-star reviews, so I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. But I was like, well, what would be like the closest thing, like Taylor Swift and reading and like books? And I was like, well, folklore sounds like a book. Like it's folk tale, like, you know what I mean? So I was just like, okay. So I did a reading theme one, which I think this is so cute. And it's like a little, can you focus camera, please? It's a little locket. So I thought that was really cool. Folklore, I love this one. I think it's super cute. So I did that one, and then finally she put, like, she had so many Taylor Swift things, like, because you're supposed to say, like, your favorite albums, your favorite songs, stuff like that. She had so many, and I just figured, like, the first one she put is probably her favorite. So I did a red, which was the first thing she put down. So I thought this was really cute. So there's that for her. So it's taken me, like, hours to do, but it is fun. And I have nothing else to do. But, okay, this one I love. So one of the things she put down, Amanda, she put that she has a golden retriever who's, like, her whole life. So, and she's also a huge Swiftie. So I was like, okay, how can I incorporate Taylor Swift? Because I don't know what her dog's name is. So I bought her this little bone charm, which I thought was really cute. Okay. And people love their animals. But then I was like, well, from Daylight, the Taylor Swift lyric is, I used to believe love is black and white, but it's golden. And then I just put love is golden, which is not really the lyric, but I did like a yellow gold theme, and I did love is golden. And then I have the little bone. So it's like love is golden, love is a golden retriever, you know? So cute. She said she loves Taylor Swift and Taylor Swift debut. So I was just like, oh, this would be cute to do like a debut color, which is green. And then I just did Taylor Swift, which I think this one came out really, really pretty. I love it. I love it. I love these little gold, you know, charms that I did. Here, there we go. I love it. I love these like butterflies too, because she also said she likes butterflies, so I was like, yes. And then finally, this is my favorite one, maybe of all of them that I've made, but I just did one like of her name, and she says she likes earth tones, which I never would have done this unless she said this, but this one is like my favorite that I've made, and I might have to make myself one. But I just did her name, as you can see, and then we have this, which I just think that looks amazing. So that's hers. This one is the first one I did. I'm gonna have to redo one of the bracelets. I already know it, but I think they came out really cute. So she wrote down specifically she likes the lucky 4-leaf clover. So I put this, so cute. This one came out like really cute. It's like cute, you know, and like, and it fits well. So this is actually one of my better ones, I would say. Then this is the one I'm gonna have to redo just because I don't like the placement. I wish I did one more. I don't like that it's just, it's not symmetrical. Like I needed to do one right here, you know? So I don't know, I might redo it, I might not, who knows? I mean, it doesn't really matter, but she likes red and black. So I just did red. She's a non-Swiftie. So I don't know, that looks actually pretty cute. And then finally, this is one, she's actually from Sweden. So I figured I would do her name, and I did the Swedish flag colors, which I thought was like kind of cute. Cause she didn't put a lot of colors that she liked, but this is like the one I was working with the least. But I thought that was like so cute. I love this look. I might have to make myself one. Okay, this is another one, girl that I met, Carmen. I met her in real life, so I know her. So I already made her a Carmen bracelet as well. When I saw her, I gave it to her. So I did a Carmen's version, which is in purple. And she loves Speak Now, and Speak Now is coming out, which I just think is like so poetic. So once again, I did the little charm. Kind of wish I put it on the back side, but oh well. And then I've got some of the butterflies, which is very Speak Now. And then I did Carmen's version. Cute. Then she says she loves rainbow. So I did a rainbow one, which I love this one. Like, I love anything rainbow as well. So I just did rainbow, and then I did a little star in between. So that came out really cute. And then finally, this is like one of my favorites that I made. This was actually the first bracelet. No, this is one of the first bracelets I made though, with the charms. So Look at this. She likes cactus because she lives in Arizona. So, like, so cute, right? With all the butterflies. Oh my God, I love this. So that is the last one right there. So yeah, I'm gonna start making the last 3 and then we can make a couple more.
Hey, just need to tell you something that just can't wait. Hey, maybe you'll ride away or maybe you'll stay. But hey, this old guitar and me been thinking for days how to say that our love don't care too much for the unpaid bills on the bedroom floor. Our love lives on cheap wine and singing songs to a wasted sunrise with you.
Where is it? Okay, I just want to show you. I was just talking to the guy that came by the house, but I fixed this bracelet, ended up fixing it. It looks so much better, does it not? I put in 1 more of these. So that bracelet's fixed. So I'm happy with that. I just like, you don't want to send out something where you don't love it, you know? So I was like, I'm just gonna redo it. These might be my new favorites because I love like the colors that I chose, which by the way, I'm still planning on making more when I get back, but I gotta go out to the thrift store right now. So here's the lipstick one, which I thought was so cute. Lipstick, cute. Then I did her name, okay, which she's one of my favorite people ever, Polita. So she likes green. So I try to like combine, if somebody said I like Taylor Swift and I like green, I try to make a green Taylor Swift, you know what I mean? Or whatever. So she said she loved the color green and she liked sparkly. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm doing a name one for everybody. So I ended up doing this and I put this, I mean, it's still not, I need to do a better job of getting this in the right place, but it's fine. So that's the one. And then this is the last one. She said she loves teal and I think she's a Reputation stan more, but she also wrote she loves 1989. So I go, okay, she likes teal, 1989, like it kind of goes together. This one is gorgioso, like seriously. I love this one. And I did blue numbers, which I never really get to use my numbers. Look how long my freaking nails are. It's disgusting. I need to cut them. They're actually starting to get in the way. But I just think it's so pretty. It's got the butterflies. 1989 stands rise up. Yeah, and it was really nice too because a lot of them provided which the girl who runs this whole swap, she's done like 3 swaps now for us and like has run them for our Discord group. And her name's Britt, and Britt's lit. But she is so good at organizing all of this stuff. Like some people just are, but she organized the whole thing and she asked everybody what their wrist size were, which I would have not even thought to ask that. So I have brought this with me and I've been using it and it's been so helpful because you want to be able to make bracelets that are going to fit people, you know? So, and I didn't even provide that when I, but anyway, so these came out really, really cute. So I have them all in these cute little mailers from the post office, which I already showed you, I think, but so cute. So I'm gonna mail this out later. So anyway, I'm gonna go to the thrift store, and I think I'm meeting my grandma as well today. just leaving the post office. This is the old post office I always used to go to. Good times, good memories here. And they're really nice in there, but it has not been updated, I think, since it's been built. But I just shipped off all my bracelets, which luckily barely cost me anything, minus the international one. But I'm gonna head over. It's 11:30 right now, so I'm just thinking about heading over to my favorite place ever, and I really don't know if I'll have time to do this any other day, so I might as well. I also need to get an air freshener for this car. There's like something that doesn't smell right in here, and I don't know what it is, and it's kind of gross. But I'm gonna head over to my favorite place ever. And like, when I think of places that I love in this world, like that just, I can't explain it, but I can. So I'm gonna explain it right now. I love this place. It's called the Arboretum of South Barrington, and I literally used to come here all the friggin' time. And when I think of my favorite places on earth, this place comes to mind. I don't know what it is, but it's this feeling I get when I'm over there. It feels like the sun shines brighter on me. Like, I just feel like I love the layout of it. I love the ambiance. I love everything about it. I love the stores that are there. I love the area. I love these like houses. They have like mega mansions that are right by it. And I'm like, I always have pictured myself living in one of those. Like, I love mansions. And I'm not afraid to say it anymore. I'm heading over there because I just need to I need to have a day. I found something in the basement, so we were kind of going through and moving stuff and bringing stuff upstairs, and I had a ton of my stuff in the basement, and I'll have to show you, obviously. It's just all stuff that had been up in our crawl space, that just from my childhood, like high school and middle school, and like all my books and things. And we found actually 2 full bags of Littlest Pet Shops, which, if you know, you know, but they are like, they were my favorite toy ever growing up. I also had a ton of My Little Ponies, which I think my parents got rid of, and I'm like literally so mad at them I can't even speak. But I love the Littlest Pet Shops, and they're like, they kind of go for a lot, which is kind of crazy. Not that I would sell them, but I'd love to know. I just love knowing that I have something that like other people want. I do. I love the feeling of having something valuable that's mine. So I found this, you know, I had like posters and like old papers and, you know, things I did as a kid, which I don't really want, to be honest, but I don't want anyone else to throw them away. So it's kind of a difficult situation, because I'm like, well, I don't want my parents, maybe I should go to that thrift store. I don't want my parents to throw it away, but I don't want it. You know what I mean? So we'll see what they end up doing. I don't know. If they get rid of it, just don't tell me about it. But anyway, okay, can I get to the point here? I found from my best friend growing up, and it was like, it hasn't really felt sad to me this whole time, and, you know, moving, and, you know, a lot of people, I've been talking to everybody and asking everyone, what are you going to miss the most? What are you going to miss the most? And it seems like everybody is kind of at peace with moving. So I kind of am forced to be like at peace with it as well. Like, everybody's excited to move on. And, you know, I even talked to my grandma a couple days ago, and I asked her, I'm like, well, you know, what, do you ever miss like a certain time of your life? Do you ever wish you could go back? Because I always do that. And that's probably half why I'm freaking depressed all the time, because I always live in the past. They say that depression is when you live in the past and anxiety is when you live in the future, and you need to live in the present, and I don't do that. And I'm always like, God, I wish I could go back to like when my life was simpler. I always say that, right? And my grandma's like, well, she's just kind of basically said like, no, I'm just more excited for what's ahead. I'm like, okay, I mean, I need to be like that. But it hasn't felt sad until I found this poster board for my best friend growing up, and I lost contact with her, and I need to like, this is enough for me to like reach back out. I need to do it, because she was like my best friend of life, and she was part of the reason why I had such a great childhood. I mean, I had the best childhood. That's why it's like sad to see everything go. But I found a poster board she had made me for my birthday, and I don't know what birthday it was, but she had written every inside joke we had ever had. Not ever had, but like the big ones. She had written them all on the outside of the border, and there was like a bunch of pictures of us together. It was so crazy because I'm reading these and it like took me back. It felt like I stepped into a time portal and I was taken back to that moment. There was so many things that like I had forgot about, but they obviously, it came right back, you know? And so that to me is the saddest part of this all because of that, you know? And I also had like 2 other really great friends in our neighborhood. Like our neighborhood was the best. Everybody, all of my siblings, everybody had friends on the street. Like there was, and you know, we all had a ton of friends. Our best friends lived in our neighborhood, always. And like for my brothers and stuff, they're still best friends with those people. So anyway, what I'm saying is that once again, like my life changed, but it was always like, okay, this is fine as long as my parents still live here. And we were the last people of my 4 friends to move. First, it was my one friend, my best friend, that moved. Her family moved. She had already been living in London, which is iconic. And I want to do the same now that I've been there. But then my friend across the street, my other best friend who lived right next door, they sold their house about a year ago. And then several months ago, my other friend sold their house. So we were the last people now of all my friends. So it's kind of like, it's the end of an era, but it does make it seem, it is actually easier that they all moved and we weren't the first. I think it'd be harder if we were the first to leave, but it is kind of hard as well, like to be the last to leave, because it's like, okay, well, nobody's left. And there's nobody I could even like go inside their house and visit and see like something that I remember, you know? I'm just being dramatic about it again. I don't know why I'm getting so sad, because people still live here. Like my brother still lives here. And I actually said something funny the other day. Or something funny happened. I was being dramatic to Jarvis, and I go, Jarvis, like, this is gonna be the last time I ever drive back to Illinois. Pretty sad. And he goes, you know my parents still live there, right? And I was like, oh right, yeah. Okay, I guess this is not the last time it's on.
Oh, come on now. It's not always the same. You can't tell me you don't notice probably the same things. 'Cause I know the things that you've been talking about, and sometimes I can't ever believe what you say. Yeah, you told me in the way I'm feeling this down, and nothing seems to change. Yeah, you tell me everything, you tell me it's fine, but there's something tells me that there's something going on here. I love the way you get the look in your eyes, and then it disappears. So then you're telling me there's something different about it, even though we've been circling around it since forever and forever. It goes like, I know the things that you've been talking about, and sometimes I can't ever believe what you say. Yeah, it's only in the way I'm feeling this down, and nothing seems to change.
All right, continuing the tour. I just drove through like a old place I always used to go to, and there's a vegan coffee place which has turned over hands like I think twice. But one day for my birthday a couple years ago, my dad stood outside in the rain for like 2 hours because there was like this cake place, this girl that like made cakes, and they were like vegan cakes, and she was doing like a pop-up at this coffee place, and my dad stood outside in the rain for 2 hours waiting to get my special birthday cake cupcakes. So that's a good memory. But I'm gonna drive by my old middle school, which was home for 3 years. It's weird because I don't have a lot of memories of middle school. I mean, I don't really feel like my brain turned on for a good long while, if I'm being totally honest. Like, I just don't have a great memory, and it's kind of weird. but then I'll have like very distinct memories of just certain weird things, like things people said. And I overall had like a decent experience in middle school, I would say. I was definitely in my tomboy phase, and I was very into sports, and that was like me. Like, I was a sporty girl, and I could not relax. Like, I'll show you. We'll see if it's still the same way, but there was like this big track. I mean, it was the same, it's a standard size track, but we would have to do like cross country and stuff like that for gym class in middle school, and that just basically meant like running around the entire school, like not just the track, but like running around the entire, just all the land that it was on. And it was probably like 2 miles or something like that. But I was like, when it was those days where it was time to do cross country day or like track or anything like timed mile or whatever, I was so freaking nervous. Like, I was sick to my stomach on those days because I like pacer test. Oh, Jesus God, don't even tell me about it. Because I was so intense, like with myself, where I had to be first. I had to be the best girl. Okay. And if I even like, cause at that point too, like guys are not really developed yet. So I was still able to like beat most of the guys as well. And for, I think, like, when I was in 6th grade, I was the first overall, okay? Because I was just, like, I put everything I had into the run. But I was, like, always just so stressed. I'm like, what was I so stressed about? Like, nobody cares. Like, nobody remembers. Except for my dad. My dad's the only person that remembers the one guy that beat me. Because I was so, like, I must have been so horrified about it, but my dad also cares about stuff like that. And I go, Dad, like, you remember when I used to be so stressed, like, I would, you know, how intense I was about the cross country unit and, like, track and stuff. And he goes, yeah, I remember Evan Woodbury. And it's like, that was the guy who beat me. And it's like, how does my dad remember that? And more importantly, why do I remember that? Like, let it go. Like, just let it go. Obviously I haven't, but I had. And then like what I was really intense about also is because there was a dichotomy of like, I want to be the sports girl and I want to be the best, but I also like don't want to be disgusting. And I knew I was going to be sweating balls, so you know that obviously happened. So then I would just go in and spray myself with the Fresh and Clean pink, you know, from Victoria's Secret, with the blue top and the pink bottom. I went through like 500 of those, and I would just be like, and it lasts like 5 seconds, even though you put literally 1,000 sprays on. Good times. So, all right, we're coming up on it.
The way the street looks when it's just rain, there's a glow off the pavement. You walk me to the car.
Okay, I totally forgot that the kids are in school right now. So yeah, forgot about that. But they added all of this parking over here. Like, that's crazy. They were all doing their gym class outside doing kickball, which, oh my God, I remember that. And you know what's funny is this and I think they still do this, because I asked my mom, but they do, there's a ice hockey rink right next to here. So we got to go, this was a treat, because like, I never went to a school where we had any treats or any fun, or special privileges, but there was an ice hockey rink, and we got to go for a unit in gym, and we would get like our ice skates on and we would be there, and I'm like, how did we even have enough time to like all of us go get our ice skates on, go skating? And it was a blast. What else was it? What other middle school stories do I have? I mean, people used to call me Milk. That was my nickname because I was so pale, which now I embrace it. So we've come a long way. But that was like the popular crew too, like called me that, and I was horrified. So that was my nickname, and I literally, one of the most traumatic days of my life was the end of 6th grade, because I made the unfortunate mistake where I was trying to have a fun day and like be cool and stuff and make an impression, and I wore watermelon pajama shorts on the last day of school. Okay, like thinking, okay, you know, young, wild, and free, like wear what you want, like it's a fun day, we should be celebrating here, like, you know, I thought everybody was on the same page. Not really. Okay, not really. I did not live that down for the rest of my middle school into high school career. Okay, the one mistake can change your fate. Okay, one mistake. And I look back now and I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking either, because they were literally like paper thin shorts, like, you know, like cheapo, maybe see-through even. I mean, do I dare say that they might have been even like so thin that they were maybe even a little translucent? So yeah, well, okay, so yeah, not making that mistake again. But it's kind of like one of those things where it's like you make that mistake once, and then, well, unfortunately for me, I did continue to make that mistake. But there were some traumatic things that happened to me in middle school, because you just care so much about what other people think about you, and I definitely did. And I just, like, I had a major sweating problem, to the point where I would be like sweating through my shirts, and it would be a huge sweat stain. My mom had to get me prescription deodorant, and it worked, thank God. But I still had other problems, because I would try to get up, and another one of my issues was I would do speeches and stuff, like we would have to do like debates and stuff like that, and we would, like, anytime somebody would even talk to me, okay, especially when I got up to like give a speech, my face would turn beet friggin' red, and I couldn't control it, and people would literally make fun of me so bad for it. So even now, like, I cannot stand, like, one of my biggest pet peeves, honest to God, is when other people, and this is to me a sign of immaturity in other people, is when they'll say, oh my God, you're getting so red right now. People that say that are literally going to get fucking boo-bopped by me in public. Okay, I'm not kidding. Like, I actually I call those people out so bad. Like you have marked yourself as an enemy, in my opinion. Okay, that's how I feel. So, yeah. Anyway, but overall, I mean, it was an experience. I mean, I had good times. Like, I was obsessed with RuneScape back then, and like I first started wearing makeup. My one friend like introduced me to makeup, and she showed me, it was like one of those super awful, like, you know, those big, almost like caboodles that people used to get. It was like a makeup train case with like the world's cheapest makeup that literally smelled so plastic. She introduced me to makeup then, and I only wore eyeliner on the bottom liner. I need to find like a picture or something. I actually don't want to find a picture, but I might have to. But yeah, it was just like, oh my God, what am I doing? What is she doing? What is she doing? You know? So I look back and I go, well, but everybody else was kind of like that too. But the thing is speaking of my neighbors, I'm going to turn right here. I'm going to show you my elementary school because we're coming up on it. But my next door neighbor, who was my friend, who was a year older than me, she was like the coolest. I don't want to say she peaked in high school, because I mean in middle school, but because like that would insinuate that she like wasn't as cool in high school. But I feel like nobody, like, you cannot be as popular as in even high school as this girl was in middle school. Like, she had a boyfriend every week. She had all the best clothes. She was wearing Hollister. So anyway, like, I would just like everything she did. I wanted to be like that. And finally, my mom would never buy me Hollister, never buy me nothing, no Abercrombie. Okay, but I would beg. I finally got a Hollister t-shirt, which was from the clearance in the back of the store. If you know, you know. And it was pink with clouds all over it. It didn't look anything like Hollister. You know how Hollister has like that Cali vibe? it looked nothing like Hollister, but it said Hollister. I wore it every day. But I also had a bag that I used every day. It was also from Hollister, and it was like one of those like Gilly Hicks looking bags, and it literally broke my shoulder because it was always so heavy, but I didn't care. Like, I was gonna use it over a backpack any day of the week. I loved it.
I wanna ask you to dance right there in the middle of the parking lot. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're driving down the road. I wonder if you know I'm trying so hard not to get caught up now, but you're just so cool. Run your hands through your hair, absent-mindedly making me.
Okay, so that was my elementary school. They're all having field days, which is like one of my greatest memories ever. I loved that school. I actually was like one of the first people to go to that school. Like, it was, when it opened, I was the first grade class to ever go through there. And it was so new actually that they did a contest of naming the school, and someone from my neighborhood picked the name and named it Liberty Elementary, and they picked the name, and we won. And then they also did a time capsule, which I think that they are going to open up soon, which is kind of exciting, but I don't know what's in it. I mean, that's the whole point of the time capsule. You don't really know. You don't really remember what's in it. But anyway, field days were some of my favorite. Like, you know, the countdown, the A to Z. Tell me you did this. Please tell me you did this. Please, please. Like, I need to know that you did this, because it meant so much to me, and it was such a bright spot in my life and in my childhood. But it was A to Z countdown school, where every day you would do a different something. Like B was like backwards day, or C was crazy hair day, or, you know, and then you would have, every day you had something to look forward to. And you would do field days and just go outside and like run around and play soccer, and like, oh, I just loved every minute. I loved every minute of elementary school. The only thing I didn't like about elementary school was, unfortunately, in 5th grade I was wearing Heelys, and I was like a super duper try hard perfectionist, and like never got in trouble. But I loved Heelys, and I had a pair of Heelys in 5th grade. Well, I got caught because I fell. And they banned Heelys throughout the school, but I was like the last person still keeping them going, like still using my Heelys. And I was skating around on the blacktop, about to go home, waiting for the bus, and a teacher caught me and literally was like, take those shoes off your feet, right? Take the wheels out, bitch. So that was it. But other than that, great experience.
You take my hand and drive me head first, fearless. And I don't know why, but with you I dance in a storm.
We drove by, I totally forgot, the first place I ever worked. Okay. Where I first got my employment, which I actually went there. My mom and dad were like, you need to get a job. And it was the summer I came home for college, right? Or the summer I was gonna go to college. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, all right, well, I need to go out and get a job. And everybody my age was like working as a hostess. So I went, applied, and she literally hired me on the spot. Like, it was one of those places where I look, like, in retrospect, they probably had, it was because they had such high turnover. So, because it was kind of insane. Like, I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but the hostesses, it was one of those restaurants, because it was a fast, like, it was all about the turnover, quick, because it's a breakfast place. So when we did the cash register, the waiters and waitresses did not do it. So the person took their check and went up to the front and paid with us. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, I don't even know 2 + 2 hardly. So I'm like, you know, counting people's stuff. Well, at the end of the day, if your register did not total, like, you know, if it wasn't exactly perfect, because you counted correctly, whatever, that money came out of your paycheck, which we made $8, I think. Not even, I don't even think I made that much, but horrific, okay, just horrific. And I literally used to, like, you didn't have to do this, so, like, what I'm saying right now is not considered to be slander or libel, because I am not saying you had to do this, but I felt like I had to shop at White House Black Market. I felt like I literally had to wear stilettos in order to be, like, prim and proper, like, up to snuff to work at this place. Because the manager, who I guarantee does not work there anymore, because they've had, like, a change of something happened, I don't know. But she would be so hard on us, like, you had to look like a supermodel. And she would make comments to people about, like, you know, because this one girl came in sick once. I think I already told this story, so just stop me if I'm retelling a story, like always. But she came in and she was, like, sick that day, so she wasn't wearing, like, any eye makeup. She was still wearing foundation. Okay, like me right now, hello. But she goes, "Are you sick today?" And she goes, "Yeah." And she goes, "Well, you need to go in the back and put some more makeup on." Scandal. Yeah, that's not allowed, but whatever. So, just crazy things would happen. But they had I have to say, that place has good food. And I have to say that the kitchens are very clean, like, very clean. Like, they would mop them and do everything right, like, at the end of the night. And they used to have, I would get, like, it was like a turkey sandwich, like, and waffle fries, and I would get them, like, after work. And it was a turkey wrap. It was a chicken wrap. I don't know what it was, but it was so freaking good. Like, it was so good I can't remember, obviously. So you know how it is. But yeah, I loved the food there. Like, the food, and, like, it was the most popular breakfast place in town. And at the time, there was only one location. Then they opened up another one, like, literally 10 minutes away. And now they're, like, dueling. That one's called Burnt Toast. And I guess, like, the people that bought it together, this is a scandal. This is alleged. Alleged. But the people that bought that one, they were, like, a husband and wife, right? They got a divorce. Scandal. So they get a divorce, and they open up another one, but the other one was, they had already opened that. They opened 2 locations because it was so successful. So they opened another one by my high school called Burnt Toast, Part 2. And equally successful. They get a divorce. That one's called Burnt Toast. The other one's called Buttered Toast, I'm pretty sure. Scandal. It's just a scandal. It's a good small town scandal. And you love to see stuff like that. I mean, obviously don't love that they, you know, divorced. Okay, don't know what happened there, but, you know, the food's great. So that's all I can say. Good reviews on that front. But yeah, I liked that place. And you know what? I really want to go to another place. There's another vegan place that I really want to go to. And it's called Southern Belle, and they have a really good vegan pancakes, like, insanely good. So I definitely want to go there. I think tomorrow I'll drive by my high school if I have time. I don't know if I'm going to have any time. Hopefully I will. I've been kind of running around like a mad hatter today, like, trying to drive places. Like, I've been in the car all day, just driving around. I mean, which was my plan. But my sister's coming back tomorrow, so that's going to be kind of a big production, of course. And so I'm going to have to do a lot of stuff. I got to let in some guy tomorrow for my mom who's coming over, and I'm going to meet my grandma. Oh my god, come on, these squirrels are freaking nuts, no pun intended. But yeah, so I've got a busy day tomorrow, let me tell you, which is good. Like, for me, being busy is a blessing. Like, because all I do is ruminate, like, think about my life, how my life would be better, like, how can it be better, like, what am I doing wrong, what's wrong with me, what is wrong, like, something's wrong, something feels wrong, like, you know what I mean? And I feel like if I'm going around and, you know, if I'm busy, I'm like, I don't have time to think about that kind of stuff, you know? I just don't. So, just passed to Liberty. Element. Got to love it, and they've got soccer practice going on right now. Feels really good all days. And the other day, by the way, I went to my cousin's soccer game, and it just brought me right back. I just have to say it did. It brought me back. I'm like, damn, I want to get out there. I need to strap on the cleats. Oh God. Good memories, good memories. What's hard about it is that I have such good memories. Like, I just do. And I know that it's like kind of getting cringe at this point. Like, get over it. You're 28 years old. You got to move on with your life at some point. But I don't want to move on. I love my life. I loved my life. I always had, like, up until I was an adult, like, I never had any problem. I had nothing to complain about. Nothing to complain about. I loved my life. I do still love my life, by the way. But sometimes I get depressed. I never used to get depressed. That's the only problem. So sometimes I yearn for that contentness and happiness and carefree and, you know, the good memories and just not having, like, having no responsibilities, having nothing to do, you know? So that's it. I'm gonna drive over by my high school because I just feel like this is the day to do it. I don't really have any other day I can do it, even though this is literally the worst. By the way, this is the worst time to do it. It's like, I think they're all getting out of school right now, so it's actually the worst time for me to do it, but I just want to get it over with, because I really want to show you guys my high school. Like, I wanted to go over there all week, and I haven't been over there, and I've been everywhere else so far, so I'm just going to go over there, see it. I haven't seen it in, like, years, which is kind of crazy, because it's kind of like you wouldn't, like, typically go over here.
I don't know how it gets better than this. You take my hand and drive me head first, fearless. And I don't know why, but with you I dance in a storm in my best dress, fearless. So baby, drive slow till we run out of road in this one-horse town. I wanna stay right here in this passenger seat. You put your eyes on me in this moment now. Capture it, remember it. 'Cause I don't know how it gets better than this.
Driving by it, kind of creepy, but I gotta do it, you know? So yeah, my high school was named Harry V. Jacobs, which is kind of like not the most fortunate name, I would say. I mean, especially when you're playing against like a rival school and they're like calling you Harry V, you know, and our colors were brown and yellow, poop and pee. Yeah. So life wasn't easy for us, okay? That was like its whole struggle within itself, besides going to that school. They built up a lot of stuff around here, I mean, but I just remember, like, when we would drive in, it's called Golden Eagle Drive, and people would get pulled over. There used to be a cop parked right outside, like, right on Golden Eagle Drive, and at least once a day, some kid would get picked off, and I think one day, did I get pulled over? No. Did one of my siblings get a ticket there? I don't know. So I just, like, everybody you know had a ticket from Golden Eagle Drive. Like, it was insane. But what else was I going to say about that? Hold on, I was going to say something else. Oh, I also drove by, I totally forgot, hello, Sephora. The Sephora inside JCPenney that I used to work at. Iconic. Why I quit Sephora. So I got some footage of that, don't worry. But I reminded, like, as I drive by, I remember stuff, and one thing that I remember is that I used to be like, you know, there's a lot of things wrong with, like, working at Sephora, hence why I made Why I Quit Sephora video. But by the way, the Sephora is no longer inside the JCPenney. It moved over to the Kohl's, so I guess it wasn't doing very well. Ever since I left, it's gone to shit. But, what was I going to say about that? Give me a second. What was I going to say? Oh, I used to park, speaking of just like me being a bad employee, I would, you know how employees are supposed to park at the back of the lot so like the customers can park up there? I would literally, if I found like a front row spot, and I would have like an 8-hour shift, and I'd be like, eat, you know, I'd park right at the front. Like, I was such a piece of shit, but like, honestly, I think like that's the kind of person that deserves it the most, wouldn't you say? Okay, I'm doing like another route around here, so I'm gonna show you the soccer field if I can see them. Okay, this is like a second baseball field, but way in the back you can see the soccer nets that I always used to score on. It's not been updated at all, except it looks like they added like some, yeah, no, they didn't update it at all. Soccer is underappreciated in this part of town, but that's the soccer field I used to tear it up on. Thank you very much. I think that officially sort of sadly completes memory lane. Went to my middle school, high school, elementary school. We did them all. So it's just good for me to see it. Like, I'm just kind of filming it for myself, honestly, because if I want to watch it back, it'll be nice. But yeah, that's memory lane right there. Memory lane. If I could go back. If I could go back. If I could go back, honestly, like I always say this, but I'm not joking about it. Like, all I would do. Oh my god, I used to do my driving lessons back here. This is like an unfinished neighborhood, and when I was 16, they were still finishing this neighborhood, and we would like come over here and like do our little driving tasks, but in like parallel park, even though there's nothing over here. But there's still like, they still haven't put any houses in. Something went bust. But I always say this, but if I could go back, I would go back and do hair extensions. Okay, I would bleach my hair like to the point where it is now like gorgeous, you know, like super gorgeous like this. Like, I would have it be more platinum, because it was not platinum. It was yellow belly. Okay, so I would definitely change that if I could. And then what else would I change? Oh, makeup. Oh, obviously I would redo my makeup. Like, I would contour my nose. Oh god. I would contour my nose. I would probably wear more perfume. What else would I do? I was a weirdo. I was like kind of a weirdo, but like in high school I really wasn't, like, you know when they say your brain doesn't like turn over, like, or fully develop? I mean, my brain didn't really turn on until a few years ago. Honestly, it feels that way. I feel like in high school, it was like I don't really remember thinking anything. Like, I didn't think about anything. And honestly, it was kind of a luxury, because now all I do is just ruminate about stuff. I don't even know what. So, okay, this road needs to be redone back here. But yeah, anyway, it's just funny. Like, it's just funny. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the tour. Good memories, guys. Like, I have to say, I have great memories being back here. And I'm kind of glad my brother still lives here. And I'm glad my grandma still lives here. My aunt and uncle still live here. Because I loved growing up here. I really did. Like, I feel like it's kind of almost becoming a rarity when you meet somebody who had like a good childhood or whatever. Like, but I truly can say that I did. I did, man. Like, I'm gonna turn here and go this way. I honestly, my life was pretty much, besides like, you know, things that I thought were the end of the world in high school, but my life was pretty much like really, really good until I got to college, and then my life started to get hard. Because like, then I got my, you know, we don't need to talk about it. But diagnosed with my blood disorder. Okay, we know what it is. Okay. Anyway, But yeah, other than that, it was so good. Like I just had good memories. Like I would listen to Taylor Swift and just chill, and like life was good, man. Like I didn't have any bills. It was just LIVIN, living. Hello. So I decided to stay because I was supposed to leave yesterday. Today's Monday. Don't know why I'm sitting in the sun like that. My dad's coming on Wednesday, so I might as well just stay and help with the move. I have to be honest, I'm kind of struggling. It's like hitting me. This whole week I just don't feel like I have enough time, you know? Oh God, all I can do is cry these days. But I just don't feel like I have enough time. So I'm staying a couple more, obviously, days. The house officially sells on Sunday, so I'll probably stay till Thursday or Friday now. You know, and just do whatever we have to do here. You know, we've got more, just like one more guy, two more guys coming today, and just a couple people, and then the movers come on Thursday, Friday. So it's just hard for me. Like, I just don't like change, you know? So it's just hard. Like, I just feel like my life has just been like, you know, oh my God, I've cried like this like 14 times in private, but the days are just kind of like flying by now, and I just am gonna miss it. Like, I understand that it's not like the house, it's the memories I have in the house, and you know, but it's just, it's like this is the last time my family will all be like this, you know, all together in one place, and being able to like spend time here and just, oh my God, it's just, I don't like change. So anyway, I just want to let you know that I'm staying. I'm gonna try to, like, I need to get it together because there's a guy coming over, trying to be in the moment and try to do things that I want to do here before the time is up. So somewhere through the week I was like, okay, I'm fine, like this is gonna be fine, like I'll be fine, I'm not gonna cry, like I'll be okay. And then the last couple days I'm just like, I can feel time slipping away, you know? So oh God. Please breathe.
See your face in my mind as I drive away, 'cause none of us thought it was gonna end that way. People are people, and sometimes we change our minds, but it's killing me to see you go after all this time. Starts playing like the end of a sad movie. It's the kind of ending you don't really want to see, 'cause it's tragedy and it'll only bring you down. Now I don't know what to be without you around, and we know it's never simple, never easy, never a clean break, no one here to save me. You're the only thing I know, like the back of my head, and I can't breathe without you, but I
last kitchen clean out.
Well, that's definitely bad. I think I bought that 7 years ago.
I just bought this.
No, I definitely
Within
bought
a year.
No, I bought that like 7 years ago.
No.
Yeah, when I was making vegan French toast.
Why were you doing that?
My ex-girlfriend was a vegan.
Here.
This is gross!
Here.
What is this?
I don't.
Wow, you're almost done with work.
I know. 3 more days.
Are you super excited?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you got a video going?
Yeah.
So anything you say, we're
Oh,
gonna
shit.
Again.
Who got this because they thought it was so awesome?
What?
I actually liked it a lot.
I'm on my way right now to my grandma's house. So I'm gonna check out, because she had like a bunch of stuff hung up, like pictures at her apartment. She just got them hung up. So I'm gonna check those out. I'll give you a moving update. We've got, well, there's 3 days until I leave. I'm leaving on Friday. I can't imagine staying any longer than that. I just, like, I'm gonna help them move throughout the day. Well, maybe I'll stay until, maybe I'll leave on Saturday. I'm not sure, but it's hard to tell. Like, I just don't want to, like, I don't want to be there when there's no beds, and Friday night there's not gonna be any beds. So, like, I wanted to leave on Friday night because the movers are coming Thursday and Friday. So I obviously, like, want to help with that, and just, I want to see it empty, which will be hard. And I've just been really, like, this has been a lot harder than I even thought, and I knew it was going to be hard, but I didn't think it was going to be this hard for me. And honestly, it's like, I have only experienced this type of stress and, like, sadness a couple of times in my life, where it feels like it like physically hurts. Like I feel sick. Like I feel physically sick. And it's not even like my stomach, it's like my body aches because I'm like so sad. And all I do is cry, like, every day. I'm gonna get it out before I get to my grandma's house, but I just can't help but be, like, so sad. And part of it is, like, I'm sitting in traffic, like, what the hell am I doing right now? And people in the cars next to me are probably like, wait, what? It's so sad to me because, like, you know, I had so many friends here. I have so many good memories. Like, I literally have the best memories here ever. And almost it's like a blessing and a curse almost, because it makes it so difficult, you know? And we've lived here for 23 years. And, you know, there's so much to say about this topic. I mean, it's hard because my friends that have moved away, I had 4 really good friends that lived in this neighborhood, and all of them had no problem moving and, you know, leaving, and they were like, they weren't sad, and they just did it. And, like, I'm stuck. Like, I can't move on. I can't. Like, I'm literally sick to my stomach. Like, I can't, like, I don't want to let it go, you know? And I can't understand why they didn't, like, care as much. Like, nobody, it doesn't seem like anybody cares as much as I do about this place leaving, you know, and selling and not being able to come back. And I mean, part of it is because I just, like, this was like the place, I've said this before, but, you know, my life would always change and move, and, like, it's constantly, it's not like ever, it's never even and balanced, and I don't ever feel content. I feel very unsettled in, like, my adult life, you know? Like, I feel like I haven't figured it out, and it's like, how am I 28 years old and I haven't figured this out? Like, it's kind of frustrating, but, like, I had life figured out here, and it's the only place that I ever stayed. Like, you can see, it's a reflection of you know, me moving all the time and my houses and stuff, it's a reflection of the state of affairs in my life. Like, I'm just always like moving around, and it just doesn't feel like it was stable. And I felt like here I was like tethered here. Like, you know, I could always come back here if I needed to, like, to just get a sense of reality, or, you know, comfort, and just feel the things that were familiar, and like that felt so good to me to be able to have that, and I just don't anymore. And I think that's the hardest part, really. You know, I think if I had my life figured out, which I don't know if that even is possible, but that's why I'm saying it's like I look at all these other people that I knew, and they had no problem moving on. And I'm like, do they have their life? Like, what do they know that I don't? And it's not a comparison. Like, I know that it sounds like it, where it's like, oh, she's comparing her life to other people. I wouldn't trade my life. I'm just saying that I want to figure out my own. And it feels like other people have, and I just don't. I know that that's not the reality for them either, but I can't help it. I wish I was in a better place, I guess. It just doesn't feel like the right time. But I don't know that there ever would be a right time. So I can't stop crying, like, about all of this, and I feel like I just feel sick. I mean, I really do. And it's like, as the days tick by, and it's just, everything is like the last. Going for the last walk, like going for the last, cleaning out the fridge for the last time, and my parents are moving so far away. I mean, they're moving, literally, they could not move any farther away if they tried. If they tried, they could not move farther away. And it's just hard, like, and then, you know, we're looking at the flights for me to go out there and visit them. And they're so expensive. It's like traveling to Europe. I mean, $700, $800, and there's no direct flights, and they're, you know, there's layovers, and it's a 8-hour travel day. It's like, what is going on? I can't. Why is it so hard? You know. I don't know. I really don't know. It's really, really hard to move, and, you know. The sad thing is that, you know, it's not even one of those things where I have any regrets about, you know, my time here, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe the other people in my life, the reason why they can move on so easily is because they did have regrets, or they felt like if I had done something differently, maybe my life would have been better here, or I would have liked it more. And the truth is that I don't have regrets. I felt like I did everything the right way, and it's like, I don't have an excuse for why I would be happy to leave. I'm not, you know. I just don't know if I could do it. My dad comes home today, so we'll be here later tonight. Which I don't know if it'll make it easier or harder. I think it'll make it harder, to be honest. I think honestly it's gonna make it harder. Of course. It's just like, it'll be the last time that we're all here in this place, you know. So, oh my God. And I don't want it to get confused. I'm happy for my parents, and, you know, it's what they want, and they want to move, and they want to be closer to my grandparents, and I get that, and it's just so difficult. So anyway, I just had to get it out, like, and cry. Like, you know, maybe this will help me, that I'm I'm getting it out now, or maybe I'll just continue to be like this for the rest of my life. I have no idea. I'm just having a really hard time, like, looking at the positive and moving forward, and just, you know, I feel like my life is just in limbo, and I'm like, and I feel like I'm the only one. I look around and everybody else is, I mean, maybe I am comparing too much, but I just feel like everybody else, like, their lives are so great, and it's like they're so happy to be moving forward, and I'm like stuck in the past. You know? Why am I stuck like that? I just don't feel like it, you know, anything can compare to when I was younger. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get that feeling back. And it's like, you know, I'm 28 years old, I'm like crying about this. Like, it's like, I mean, it's like, what are you gonna, like, if I haven't grown up yet, when am I? I don't even know if I will. I'm really glad I have sunglasses on right now, because it's a dire situation under here. But okay, I have to seriously, like, get it together, because I'm gonna be there soon, and I don't want it to look like I'm just sitting in my car crying, even though that is the reality. You know, like, I want to be I want the last days to be positive, and so I have to, like, get it out in private, which is so sad. And I know nobody would mind, obviously, but, you know, good thing I bought this from Target. These tissues. I'm just, I'm going through it right now, people. And I don't know when it's gonna end. I really don't. Well, good morning, everybody. So today is Thursday, so the moving officially begins today. I'm wearing an acne patch because I have adult acne. I have breakout here, here, and I think it's hormone related. The origin could be about 50 different things right now. So today will probably be a very hectic day. I'm gonna try to get some footage of, you know, them moving. They have movers coming. So, like, they're gonna come pack everything up. I don't know what that looks like. I've always packed myself, sadly. And it was miserable. And it took weeks, if not, you know. Well, no, I've moved a lot, but it takes a long time. Because, like, when you move, there's things that you forget about, which obviously the movers will not, because they're professionals. But, like, when you're a person, you feel like you're done, and then you're like, you realize that there's a whole other area you forgot, or like there's things on the wall you didn't realize you have to also pack. And they say that moving is one of the most stressful things, and that's proving to be true. And this isn't even my house anymore, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be moving day, and then, you know, tomorrow they're also moving. So it's not the last day, but for me, it's the second to last day, because I'm leaving tomorrow, I think, or maybe it might be the last day. Oh no. Because I don't know about Friday, like, because there's a lot of traffic going into Chicago, which I'm not going past Chicago, but I kind of am. And it's really bad. Like, it gets really, really bad. Trust me. So I'm trying to think about what I'm going to do, but I might even leave tonight. So this might be my last day, which, uh-oh. The floodgates are open already. It's only 7 in the morning. Okay, we're not doing this today. Well, I'll do it privately, but I don't need to film it again for the 50th time this week. So I'm just gonna move forward and be helpful today, and you know, enjoy it while it lasts. But take a good look. This room will probably be packed up. I don't know if they're gonna start here, or, you know, in the basement, or what they're gonna do, but it's gonna be a big production. So they're coming between 8 and 10 today, which that's kind of a big window. I mean, there's a difference between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. I think we can agree. But yeah, it's happening today. So that's the scoop.
Chances are when said and done, who'll be the lucky ones who make it all the way? Though you say I could be your answer, nothing lasts forever, no matter how it feels today. Chances are we'll find a new equation. Chances roll away from me. Chances are they hope to be. Don't get me wrong, I never say never, 'cause though love can change the weather, no act of God could pull me away from you. I'm just a realistic man, a bottle filled with shells and sand, afraid to love beyond what I can lose when it comes to you. And though I see us through, yeah, chances are we'll find two destinations. Chances roll away from me. Still chances are more than expectations, the possibilities over me. 8 to 5 or 2 to 1. Lay your money on the sun until you crash. What have you done? Is there a better bet than love? What you are is what you bring. You gotta cry before you sing. Chances. Chances are lost, our hopes torn out pages. Maybe this time, chances will be the combination. Chances come and carry me. Chances are wait until they're taken, and I can see. Chances are the fascination. Chances won't escape from me. Chances are only one will make them, and all I need.
Okay, I'm pulling away. Last time.
I know they say you can't go home again. I just had to come back one last time. Ma'am, I know you don't know me from Adam, but these handprints on the front steps are mine. Up those stairs in that little back bedroom is where I did my homework and I learned to play guitar. And I bet you didn't know, under that live oak, my favorite dog is buried in the yard. I thought if I could touch this place or feel it, this brokenness inside me might start healing. Out here it's like I'm someone else. I thought that maybe I could find myself. If I could just come in, I swear I'll leave. Won't take nothing but a memory from the house that built me. Mama cut out pictures of houses for years, from Better Homes and Garden magazine. Plans were drawn and concrete poured, nail by nail and board by board. Daddy gave life to Mama's dream. I thought if I could touch this place or feel it, this brokenness inside me might start healing. Out here it's like I'm someone else. I thought that maybe I could find myself. If I could just come in, I swear I'll leave. Won't take nothing but a memory from the house that built me. You leave home, you move on, and you do the best you can. I got lost in this old world and forgot who I am. I thought if I could touch this place or feel it, this brokenness inside me might start healing. Out here it's like I'm someone else. I thought that maybe I could find myself. If I could walk around, I swear I'll leave. Won't take nothing but a memory from the house that built